Hey everybody, stay tuned to the end of the video so you can see some of the really cool P.O. Box gifts that we got.
On to the intro.
Hey!
Hey, hi.
Welcome to the Natasha and Debbie show.
Hello.
That's brutal.
Just two patriotic girls.
So please don't take us the wrong way.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Welcome to the Natasha and Debbie show. What was
Hey,
that?
I'm the Fonz.
We're going back a few decades here.
Oh, my face is red.
We're
Take
glad-
over.
We're glad you guys stopped in. Make sure you like the video. Subscribe if you like to. But please check out some of our other content before you hit subscribe
Did you
button.
say contact?
I don't know.
This is our best episode to date.
Make sure that you want to be a part of our family before you hit that subscribe button.
Yes. Welcome to Travel Wednesday.
Woo! We get to get out of here.
Yes, this is actually one thing we look forward to almost more than anything else during the week is our Travel Wednesday episodes with you guys. Thank you for your support for the last couple we've done. We've hit on the general video, which were the top places to visit in England, and then the Lake District,
Yes.
which was beautiful.
And the
Absolutely.
Cotswolds.
No, which was also beautiful. And today we're going someplace probably unexpected, definitely unexpected to us.
Mhm.
We're going to York.
We're going to go check it out.
We don't know what that means. We know nothing about it. But we're going to learn about it today a little bit. We've seen none of it, so this will be a big deal. But
It'll be
before
a
we... What's that?
It'll be a lot because we don't know anything.
Yeah, it will. We're super excited about it, so I hope you guys like this video. Before we go on, though, I want to thank everybody over at Patreon, all of our patrons that have supported us this month.
Mhm. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. And we want to give a shout out to the other patrons that we haven't shouted out yet. So let's shout out. Shout it
Let's
out.
shout.
I'm about to go into Tears for Fears song here in a second. So I want to start off with thanking Paul W.,
And Pidge,
Mick Radford,
Steve Wallace,
Jane Kavanaugh,
Kirsty Porteous,
Richard I'm going to say Hershey on that one.
Simon Batchelor,
Richard Kirk.
Lee.
Just
That's
Lee.
Just Lee.
Just Lee. He's too cool for a last name. Wilf Upton,
Mandy Potts.
my fellow Elvis fan. Chris Smith.
Thank you all for
Yes,
helping
thank you so
support
much
us.
for supporting us over at Patreon. If you guys want, you can get exclusive content that only patrons can get by signing up at Patreon. There will be a couple little changes going on one or two tiers there on February 1st, so make sure you pay attention to that and check it out. Having said that, I'm just too excited. I want to get into this. I'm really excited to see York. It's been in the comments section. We do read the comments. This is a place we didn't have on our radar
Right?
at all.
No?
So we're gonna get into this one today and really learn a lot because I'm excited. I want to know what is York?
What is York?
What is York? Do York
I know it's a
peppermint
pudding.
patties come from there?
I know it's a pudding.
York pudding?
Oh, that's Yorkshire.
Yorkshire pudding. Well, that's
Oops. It's part of York. It has York in it. I don't know.
don't
listen to me.
forget we're also low budget. But hey, let's go on a journey.
Let's get all aboard the bus.
It better be a plane because if we got on a bus, we're going straight in the ocean there, Debs.
Maybe we're on a gondola.
That's possible.
I don't know. Because I know nothing about York.
York is a
Oh, the umbrellas are
beautifully
cool.
preserved medieval city in the north of England that is well deserving of a place on anyone's UK travel itinerary.
Ooh.
You could easily spend 3 or 4 days walking the ancient streets, admiring the incredible architecture, and visiting the huge number of attractions. With plenty of options both indoors and outdoors,
outdoors
you
like
can
that.
happily visit York at
Ah!
any time of year, which is
Poor goose.
pretty handy given that England does like to rain on occasion.
England likes rain on
In this
occasion.
video we have pulled together a list of 15 of the best things to do in York. We've tried to keep the selection quite varied so that whether you're looking for museums, history, architecture or something to do with the kids, then this list will have you covered.
Perfect.
We'll even give you a bonus day trip suggestion at the end if you're staying for a few days. This is not a list of absolutely everything to do in York because there really is a lot to do, so if there is something that we have missed that you do think should be in this video, then please do let us and any other viewers know in the comments down below.
What she said. Yeah, agreed.
We're going to start this list with my personal favourite thing to do in York, and that is to walk the city walls.
Oh, wow, that's beautiful.
York walls are the most complete example of medieval city walls that you will find still standing in England today.
Wow.
The walk is over 2.5 miles long, although this does include a few breaks. These breaks do mean that you can easily enter and exit the walls at different points, so you don't have to do the full walk if you don't want to.
I will walk that.
As you walk the walls, you will get a great perspective over the city buildings and beautiful gardens, spot interesting brass markers on the floor, and pass by gatehouses, known as bars, which are tall towers which acted to defend the city.
Wow.
Not only are these walls a great way to spend an hour or two getting a feel for the city, but walking the city walls is free. There are a couple of small museums along the wall on Henry VIII and Richard III that you can visit for a fee, but to just pop up and go for a stroll above the streets, there is no charge.
Beautiful.
Not only does York have the best preserved medieval city walls in the country, but it also has arguably the best preserved medieval street in the country too. The Shambles is a narrow cobbled street lined with old crooked leaning buildings. It is sometimes said that there is a point where the top floors lean so close together that supposedly you could actually shake hands through the window with the person across the streets from you.
Those streets look so cool with the cobblestone.
I was thinking the same thing.
Walkway. I mean, I definitely see that it goes like way back in time and all the buildings, and it's real narrow. Like,
Well,
everybody just walks there.
I don't know if you remember, I told you this a long time ago. I had an obsession with medieval things when I was younger, like early teenage years, like 14. I just thought everything medieval was the coolest thing ever. And I guess I kind of went away from that a little bit, but then I'm seeing this video and it's like bringing me back to that love for that. We don't really have cobblestone roads in America. We do in some certain areas.
Nothing like that.
Nothing like that. No, that is just absolutely stunning and beautiful. I'm loving this because it seems like a little bit of everything already in just this first 2 minutes, not even 2.5 minutes in.
Right.
It's like, beautiful nature and those gardens are just gorgeous. And yet I love stone things. I love like cobblestones. I love the stone walls. Like, this is just, and there's shops, which we both love doing. I will walk that wall. I will walk that one. I will hike that. 2.5 miles. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Just so you guys know too, like I know a lot of people are like, oh, Natasha's like to walk or you're lazy Americans. I have a bad back. I have a bad spine. I have bulging discs in my back, arthritis in my neck and back as well too. So it's not because I'm lazy or don't want to walk. I just have physical limitations. So we get a lot of comments about that, and it's like, it's not what it is. But this is just already insanely beautiful. All right, want to get back in?
Yep.
Okay.
You could actually shake hands through the window with the person across the streets from
crazy.
you. The streets used to be home to several butcher shops, and you can still spot the meat hooks attached to the shop fronts. The pavements were raised so that the sloped cobbled streets formed a channel for butchers to be able to dump the blood and waste from their shop to be washed away.
I've seen that in movies.
Fortunately, the street is much more sanitary today and is now filled with shops and places to grab something to eat.
Yes, please. Oh, dogs welcome, humans
York
tolerated.
is a great place to indulge your sweet tooth. You can start right here on the Shambles with a visit to York's longest established artisan chocolatiers. Monk Bar Chocolatiers create over 50 types of luxury handmade chocolates.
I can't get that out of my head real quick. Where's that back to that little dog shop thing? Was that before or after this? Yeah.
Fortunately, the street is much more sanitary today and is now filled with shops and places to grab something to eat.
Oh, it doesn't say what it is.
Nope.
But that's so cool.
I know, it's awesome.
Like I want to go where I see a sign like that.
Absolutely.
That is my type of people.
It is our kind of people.
I think the York people are my people. Adopt me. I just love it. All right, sorry.
York is a great place to indulge your sweet tooth. You can start right here on the Shambles with a visit to York's longest established artisan chocolatiers. Monk Bar Chocolatiers create over 50 types of luxury handmade chocolates. We tried a melted chocolate shot which came in a dark chocolate glass, and yes, it was as good as it sounds.
Does look good.
If fudge is more your thing, then try visiting the Fudge Kitchen. Their creamy fudge is so nice and comes in lots of different flavours. And if you time your trip just right, you might even get to see them making some of the fudge right there in the store.
That'd be fun to watch.
If you want to learn more about the history of chocolate making in York, then you can take a guided tour over at York's Chocolate Story. For something savoury, there are plenty of options to grab a quick bite to eat, but we'll give you a few ideas.
I think.
Incredible architecture.
Sorry, I'll fix it.
The incredible architecture.
I was gonna say, I think we found Debbie's.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Yeah,
Chocolate,
I think
sweets.
Not just that, but I think we found where you want to live for the rest of your life.
A pizza place there. So yeah, I'm ready. Let's move.
For something savoury, there are plenty of options to grab a quick bite to eat, but we'll give you a few ideas to get you started. Shambles Kitchen is an ideal stop for anyone who likes slow-cooked meat. Their popular pulled pork sandwiches are absolutely delicious. Another excellent option for sandwiches is the York Roast Company, where you can grab yourself a roast dinner inspired sandwich. You can even get your meat, roast vegetables, stuffing and gravy served up inside a Yorkshire pudding wrap. For some more varied options, head to Shambles Food Court over at Shambles Market for some street food. Pizza, crepes, hot dogs, Thai dishes, burritos and more, you're bound to see something that you like the look of.
You had me a
And when
burrito.
you're finished, you can take a look around the market stalls. Next on our list is a must-do for your trip, and that is to visit the iconic York Minster. This
Nice.
incredible building is one of the largest cathedrals in Northern Europe.
Jeez.
It took around 250 years to build and really is a sight to behold. If you like, you can admire the Minster from the outside, but if it's within your budget, we would recommend paying the £11.50 admission fee to go inside and see more of the medieval stained glass and intricate carved stonework. Your admission also includes an informative tour from an extremely knowledgeable guide who will talk you through the history, architecture and stories behind the Minster. In addition to the main entrance fee, you can also purchase an add-on if you would like to climb the 275 steps to the top of the Minster Tower.
No.
Once you're back outside, if you pop into the adjacent Dean's Park, you can get
That's
some lovely views of the
amazing.
Minster from another angle. While we're talking about paid
Wow.
attractions, I want to mention the York City Pass. Once you have decided what attractions you would like to visit, make sure you work out ahead of time whether or not you would save money by purchasing the York Pass rather than paying for attractions individually.
Very
If you
helpful.
buy the pass, it allows you free entry into
Okay.
many attractions in and around York, but depending on your plans, it won't necessarily work out cheaper.
Understood.
While in York, you can
Before
visit
she goes
Clifford's
on,
Tower. Sitting on a
so York Minster, I think every American's heard of York Minster. You have to.
Okay.
Pretty sure you have. But she really said 250 years to build?
That's what I heard.
That is absolutely mind-blowing to me.
That's a long time.
I've had a mind-blowing moment. That's insane. I mean, that place is stunning.
It looks absolutely huge.
I know. I want to know more about that itself because that is just
Mhm.
beautiful and breathtaking. Just I don't know. It's just, this place has got everything.
It seems to.
It has everything. It's just beautiful. Whatever this is, he's walking up Clifford's Tower. I already went in. But also, she said, how many steps to get up to?
I thought 275.
Do they have an elevator?
Probably not.
Yeah, just joking. All right, let's check out the Clifford's Tower here. I went in on this place.
a great mound in the city centre, this 13th century stone tower is all that
Whoa.
remains of the Norman castle.
Oh, wow.
Once inside, you can learn about the dark, tragic history of the tower. You can also walk around the top, which was once used as a vantage point for the castle guards. From here,
That's
there
cool.
are some terrific panoramic views over the city, and on a clear day, you can see as far as the North York Moors.
Okay.
Admission is £6.50 for adults, £3.90 for children, or free for English Heritage members. Close to Clifford's Tower is York Castle Museum, which is housed inside old prison buildings.
Oh, wow.
You can take photos in here, but filming isn't allowed, so please bear with the slideshow for this one. For £12 admission, you can explore various immersive exhibitions from the history of children's toys to World War I. But the highlight of the museum is the recreation of a Victorian street, where you can explore narrow alleyways complete with period shops and
Yes.
living spaces. Not only is York Castle Museum a fantastic attraction, but it is also said to be one of many haunted locations in York, which takes us to our next activity. Explore Haunted York. York
thank
claims
you.
to be the most haunted city in Europe, and with a dark history and over 500 ghostly sightings recorded so far, it's not really a surprise that many people think York is worthy of this title. There is so much to cover on the haunted side of York that we could dedicate an entire video to
I'm
it,
creeped
but for
out.
the sake of this video, we'll just give you a
that
couple of suggestions for ways to spook up your York trip. You may want to join in one of several ghost walks, where you will be guided through the ancient streets and recounted ghoulish tales of the city's
I'd go.
past. Alternatively, you can explore York's darkest history at York Dungeon, where you're taken through several different interactive shows with enthusiastic live
Nope.
actors and special effects. It's really good fun. If all the spookiness is making you thirsty, then you could stop by one of several of York's haunted pubs, which takes us to the next point on our list. Visit one of York's unique drinking holes. You'll be spoiled for choice,
that's
as York
beautiful.
has more than 365 pubs, meaning that you could visit a different pub every day of the year without visiting the same one twice.
Wow.
We have tried many of the pubs and bars in York over the years, so to try and help you narrow it down, here's a few of our favourites.
Wow.
We'll start off with one of those haunted pubs that we mentioned. The Golden Fleece, which was formerly a high-class medieval inn and coach house, is one of the oldest and most haunted pubs in York. Said to be home to several resident ghosts, you could see Lady Alice Peckett roaming the corridors, or One-Eyed Jack in the bottom bar wearing his red coat. And even if you don't see any strange happenings on your visit, it's still a lovely old pub to stop in for a pint.
Or fish
For a
and chips.
spooky-free visit, well, probably, you never know when in York, then you might want to try Pivney. This pub is set in a cosy 16th century half-timbered townhouse and has a good selection of real ales and craft beers. Another great option for beer lovers is the House of Trembling Madness. Make your way up the narrow staircase to the tiny upstairs medieval tavern.
Oh, that's cool.
Here you'll find high ceilings, old wooden beams,
Yes.
a wall filled with
Don't like
mounted
that part.
taxidermy, and a warm, cosy atmosphere.
Mm-mm.
We enjoyed the beers they have on offer, and the food, while being limited in choice, has in our experience always been pretty tasty.
That looks phenomenal.
If it's cocktails you're after, then stumble just a couple of doors down the street to Evil Eye. This colourful bar and gin shop has a huge menu of classic and signature cocktails, and having tried many concoctions from here over the years, I can honestly say that every drink I have had has been absolutely delicious, and often pretty strong as well. Next on our list is to take a walk around York Museum Gardens. These botanical gardens are a peaceful oasis in the centre of York, and we find they make a really nice break from the crowded streets.
Yes.
As well as being well maintained, free to enter, and beautiful all year round, the gardens are also home to the ruins of St Mary's Abbey. The abbey was first built in 1088 by William the Conqueror and was once the richest abbey in northern England.
Whoa.
However, as Henry VIII dissolved monasteries throughout the country, St Mary's Abbey, like so many others, fell into disrepair.
Oh, wow.
These incredible ruins are now a highlight of the gardens, and you should try to factor some time into your trip to take a stroll here, especially if the weather is on your side.
That's
York,
stunning.
previously renamed Jorvik, was
Stunning.
first invaded by the Vikings in the year 866. They settled in and ruled over the city for around a century.
Wow.
If you're interested in learning more about Viking history, archaeology, and what Viking life would have been like, then you can visit Jorvik Viking Centre.
Huh.
I haven't been since I was a child, but to this day I can still remember the dark ride which takes you through the sights, sounds and smells of a replica Viking village. So while we can't say how good it is for an adults only trip, I can vouch for it being a memorable experience for kids.
Okay.
Near York train station is the National Railway Museum,
Oh, very
which is
cool.
the largest museum of its kind in the country. Even as someone who isn't particularly interested in trains, I still thought this was a fantastic attraction in York and well worth visiting. The museum has a huge collection of locomotives of various types from different periods in history.
I know it's almost done, but my gosh, this place has everything.
It does seem to.
And you guys know I don't drink, but still, like, I'm pretty sure almost all your pubs, I would assume, like here, have food. So I'm going to come in and eat all the foods while watching her have a stomachache from all the sweets. I'm just going to have fish and chips at every pub.
Yeah,
And then I'll make a Natasha's best fish and chips list of York.
See what has the best.
But no, I mean, there looks like this is just 15 things on this video to do.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you can tell there's probably 300 things. And I just, like, I'm overwhelmed by how much there is to do.
Mm-hmm. Just all the museums and going around seeing all the different historical sites and
Yeah.
just looking at architecture.
The gardens,
honestly.
too.
Gardens.
Oh my gosh, we'd be shopping. We'd be broke just in one day in York.
And worn out and tired from walking around.
I'm going to get one of those little rascal things, you know, those motorized scooters, little carts. I don't think that goes so well over the cobblestones.
Might not help your back too much. Bumping around.
But I'm just amazed. I'm blown away. I didn't have any expectations for York.
Mm-hmm.
Did you?
No, not at all. But I did say the train in the beginning, and that would be interesting. This
Yeah.
train museum would be.
Yeah, because we love trains. Like Cincinnati's, we're a train hub, and you guys hear it in the video every now and then. I know you do. You hear a train going by every 15 minutes. So, but we love trains, and so this would be something we would be really into. But everything in this video so far is like there is nothing on here I wouldn't do except climb those steps.
There you go. You even have the little river, so I can get on a little boat.
I know. It's absolutely stunning. There's everything here. York, I love you. I'm just in love with the UK at this point.
The museum has a huge collection of locomotives of various
just this
types from
point.
different periods in history. I particularly enjoyed being able to peer inside the royal carriages, walk through the 1970s Shinkansen, otherwise known as the bullet train,
That's
and being
sweet.
able to actually walk underneath one of the locomotives.
Whoa.
Yes.
The museum is free to enter with a suggested donation and is open from 10 a.m. until 5 or 6 p.m. depending on the time of year. We both
Okay.
really enjoyed this museum and would recommend popping in if you can. Take a stroll down the paved banks of the picturesque River Ouse and watch the birds on the boats as go by. If you like, you can join a short cruise on an open-decked sightseeing boat, or if you would rather do the driving yourself, you can hire a
perfect.
small
I
boat
know,
for up
let's
to
go.
1 hour. If you like a good street name, then you'll love spotting some of the names of the streets in York.
Heck yeah.
The most famous and most peculiar is Whitma-Watma-gate. This is the shortest street in York, and in 1505 was known as Whitna-Watna-gate.
Yeah, they think I wasn't gonna.
With my Watma-gate.
What? That's not really a name, is it?
Oh, it was printed there.
What? They cover that river way too fast. Whitma-Watma-gate. I just had to take a minute because there's no way. That is interesting.
If you like a good street name, then you'll love spotting some of the names of the streets in York. The most famous and most peculiar is Whitma-Watma-gate. This is the shortest street in York, and in 1505 was known as Whitna-Watna-gate, which translated to Water Street. The more
Wow,
eagle-eyed
okay.
among you may notice when walking around York that there are small cat statues dotted around various buildings.
Interesting.
It is thought that originally cat statues were placed on buildings to ward away evil spirits and to frighten away rats, which carried the plague and other illnesses.
Ah, makes sense.
A fun and free activity is to pick up a map from York Glass located on the shambles, or download the map to your phone
Yep.
and follow the trail trying to spot the different cats hidden around the
We
city.
would totally do that.
If
That's
you do
cool.
have time for a day trip from York, then we would recommend York Air Museum. Today it is one of the largest independent aviation museums in the country and houses historic aircrafts, vehicles and fascinating exhibits within restored original World War II buildings.
That's awesome.
We have other videos and places to visit
Look
in
at
the
that
UK
street.
which you might like to watch
Oh.
next, so I'll add a link to our UK playlist here. We also share videos from our holidays to
Oh,
other
that's all.
destinations around the world,
Dang
so pop
it.
over to our channel if you're looking for.
Yeah.
Well, that was absolutely awesome, and I didn't really have any expectations, but still did
Wow.
not expect that much stuff in one. I mean,
So much going on. So many things to do.
what was your favorite?
Oh, probably just walking through the streets, the cobblestone
Yeah, I can
streets,
see
the
you.
shops,
You
the
love
old buildings,
shopping.
the architecture. Just going around seeing the actual city part.
Yeah, I don't have a favorite because it's too hard. What you just said, yes. Also, like the river, that would be really cool.
Mhm.
I mean, York Minster, come on. How beautiful, but
I know, that's huge.
I just think we'd be so exhausted. Like, I think if we're going to the UK, we need to make like at least a 2-month trip.
Probably.
I'm being honest, because there's so much here. And
There
like
it is.
just one area, it's like, good Lord, you need a whole 4 or 5 days
Mm-hmm.
to be able to try to see most of it. And I know that wouldn't be enough time probably. So many different things to do, like you couldn't be bored. You could not be
I don't
bored.
see how you could be.
Yeah. But I absolutely enjoyed that so much. And man, I love Travel Wednesdays. So in the
Mhm.
comments, please give us some suggestions of where you think we should go to for next Travel Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it can be anywhere in the United Kingdom. Okay. So we're open to suggestions, and then we'll see what you guys say. Please like the video if you did enjoy this as much as we did, because
Absolutely.
I
It's amazing.
that was just beautiful. And the cat statues at the end, like that's neat.
I know,
That's
that
so
is
cool. The word off the plague from the rats. That's like
Mhm.
that's just cool. Like that's so cool.
That is.
I could sit here and talk about this for another 20 minutes, but I need to stop.
But we're going to go ahead and get into some of our P.O. Box gifts.
Yes, we are. But again, also guys, when you like the video, please consider subscribing to the channel if you're enjoying our content. So I got one of the coolest gifts ever. Okay, like they're all cool. Don't take me the wrong way. But you can now refer to me instead of as Natasha
I'll hold this. You hold that.
as her ladyship, because I am now a Scottish castle owner. Okay,
That is true.
that's not entirely true. Let's be honest.
She is now a lady of Dunnan's Castle.
I am. Thanks to Vicky Williamson, who is a sweetheart,
Yes.
and sent over this really cool gift with this mug too. Her ladyship. I am the lady of the house. I own a square foot of Dunnan's Castle,
You do.
which is like the coolest thing ever. I've already like been online checking all this stuff out, and it's so neat. Such a thoughtful gift, and I thought this was like the coolest mug ever.
Absolutely.
So thank you
So
so
fitting.
much, Vicky. Like this was such an awesome gift. everything that people had sent to us for Christmas took so long to get here.
Some of it did.
Most of it we just got like a week ago. Stuff that was mailed out at the the 7th of December got here just like a week ago. So thank you to Mary Dickinson. She sent us these English Civil War reproduction coins from back in like 1642 to 1649. We both got one each, which are really neat. Really, really neat. And the English Civil War is something we want to learn more about. Let us know in the comments if that's something you guys think that you'd like to see. But she also made us something that I told her I will keep this till the day I die, and I'm not joking. She hand embroidered us this beautiful Christmas card. Look at that, guys. Mary, again, just absolutely. I told you like 80 times I love this thing. Here's 81.
Embroidered by hand.
Embroidered. Hand embroidered. I mean, that is just the partridges, the little robin. Thank you so much for that, Mary. And she wrote us some letters and stuff, the handwritten letters that you guys know I love. She sent a ton of postcards, and she wrote on the back of all of them. There's so many beautiful things, different castles, and I can't show them all to you. There's too many in my hands. But thank you so much for all that. And then we got...
David sent a postcard.
Yeah, this is kind of cute. Put that in your yard of tripe and smoke it. Thank you, David, for that. We appreciate that. From London. Very cool.
Christine Bostock.
Bostock?
Yep, I'm back there.
Bostock. I'm going to say Bostock. Anyway, she sent us this cool book on Rochester, a monument to Dickens. I looked over it just a little bit. I haven't had a chance to completely read it, but it's really interesting so far. It's a fundraising book. Bless you.
Excuse me.
And it talks about all kinds of cool stuff. It's just really neat. So thank you for that. And she wrote us this really cool letter with information about herself, which is really cool. And this really neat Rochester Cathedral postcard, which is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I would die to look out my window and see that in person.
Right.
Just would
I
die.
think you want to drive to work if you drove past it.
Yeah, that's a good
I
point.
have to go to work so I can drive past the castle.
That's a good point. Look what we got. We got some top 10 lists and things and maps and stuff on the Lake District. I mean, it's a whole book of all, like, everything. The restaurants, the pubs, the different trails, the different places to go. This is the coolest thing ever.
Everywhere to go, everything to see.
And on top of that, then we got this huge map on the Lake District in Cumbria. I don't want to open it all the way yet because I know I'll never get it folded back. I am scared too. I'm going to do it when
At
you're
least
around.
not on camera.
Yeah, not on camera. Debbie can put it back, but this I'm excited to look into. And I really appreciate these things. These are really cool. And this was from Robin Taylor, right?
Yeah.
Robin, thank you so much for this. Very cool to have, especially since we know a little bit about the Lake District now, just a little bit.
And we also got this tea towel.
Let me help you. Yeah, this is
I
cool.
have it up.
It's going to be hard to get it all in the ins and outs of cricket. Isn't that cool? And this came from Bob Watford. And Bob had said a little something so that when you're drying up the tea things after your afternoon tea, you do have the afternoon tea, don't you? We don't, but we've decided we need to start. But he said you can review the rules of the greatest game ever invented, cricket. We know nothing about cricket, so
Nope.
this wasn't enough information, though, Bob. No, I'm kidding. This is actually really cool. Cricket is something we want to learn about, and we're actually trying to find a video. We've never found one successfully about the rules of cricket. So we'd like to learn more about it. It's something we're very confused and perplexed by.
I know I am.
Thank you so much, Bob, for sending the tea towel, though. It's really cool. We like this one a lot. And then I have to send a special thank you over to Graham. Graham knows I love birds. So we got another tea towel. And this is actually like the coolest thing. They're all super cool. Check this one out. It's got a lot of cool birds on it. You guys know I'm a big bird fan. Oh, so cool. And I can actually tell you what a lot of these are myself because I've learned enough. And what's even cooler is he sent me a British bird book. I have my own Ohio field guide and, United States book, but I never thought I'd have a British bird one. These are the coolest things ever. I grew up looking at books like these at my grandpa's house, and these just give me so much serenity and calm, and I appreciate that so much, man. I really do.
Yeah, she'll be looking at that for a while.
Debbie knows I'll be in there like,
We also got some postcards from him.
Oh, those are really cool.
Cool. Made in Birmingham.
Birmingham. Or be a Brummie.
Birmingham. And then football club.
We've become friends with a lot of people that live in Birmingham. I don't think I'm saying it right. A lot of people. And we're going to have to do that in one of our Travel Wednesday videos.
Person?
Yes. So the next thing, hold on there. The next things we have to show you on the last ones all came from Pete Burke. Pete's a bus driver in England, and we've gotten to know Pete just a little bit off Facebook. So Pete sent us a bunch of flags. Now, this, I will say, we have now 3 Union flags. They're all huge, as you can tell. Which, I mean, come on, go big or go home. Let's be respectful and put this back the way over there. I don't know how to properly fold a flag. I apologize, I'm learning. But that's not all Pete sent. Is it, Debs?
No.
That one next.
This one?
Yep. I finally got one flag I did not have and was worried I wasn't going to get. I got the Scottish flag. My ancestors. I mean, these are all my ancestors' flags, but how cool is this? Thank you, Pete. Thank you so much for sending these. This is so cool of you to do. There's more. And then, again, this is so funny. I didn't even know this existed until like a month ago. We finally got, from Pete, the St. George's Cross, the flag of England. How cool is this? I wish we could fit these all behind us when we're doing videos. We've talked about it, but only one would fit. And then last but not, well, no, there's did you get the last one? No, I finally got my Ireland flag, which has always been a country near and dear to my heart. I know it's not the United Kingdom, but I've always wanted one of these, and this means a lot to me. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'll grab the last one, which also came from Pete. The last one, and finally one for Debbie. We finally got it. We finally have our Welsh flag. Debbie's ancestors.
That's right.
And yes, by far one of the coolest flags on planet Earth. Come on. We finally have one. So Pete, thank you so much for all these flags. Like, you guys know I'm a fool for flags. I love my flags. And we appreciate it so much. We appreciate anything you guys send us. Postcards, anything. Handwritten notes. We read all of them. We appreciate them.
We love everything that you guys have sent us. So we are so appreciative to everything and anything you've sent, especially handwritten notes, postcards. Those are awesome. It's great to hear from you.
Yeah, it is. So thank you guys so much. We really do appreciate it. And again, thanks for being here today on Travel Wednesday. In the comments, let us know what you think about it and where you think we should go to next. So we will see you again on Sunday's episode.
That's right. Until next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.